Alright, so here we're about to bleed the brakes on this bike, and the reason I'm bleeding it is this lever travels a little bit before it actually gets a bite of the rotor and stop the brake. So I have a feeling there is some air bubbles in there. So this is one of the easiest things to do on a bike. So first of all, we take this cap off and have free access to this reservoir. This is the fitting that we will be turning to bleed it. So you turn it to the right, it kind of closes it. You turn it to the left, it opens it up. So there's one here, one on the other side, and if you choose to do the back, there is another one on the caliper. So here is a process. It is best if you have someone else to help, but you can still do it by yourself. So some tools you will need a screwdriver. So I took it out already, but there is a clip or a bracket that locks the cap, the reservoir cap. I took it off already. It's just a screwdriver. It's Phillips head screwdriver. Take it out so you can take the reservoir top off. So you need a screwdriver, you need this 8mm wrench, and you need a tube, about a 3/16 ID tube. The benefit with using the transparent one is that you can see the fluid flow, and if there are bubbles, it's easy to see. Here's the process. You fill the top, the reservoir up, hook the tube to the fitting, hold the brake, and open the fitting. Once you open it, you turn it counterclockwise or anti-clockwise, depending on where you're from. You see flow coming out of this fitting. So once it stops flowing, close it, then release the brake. That is one cycle. It is best not to allow the reservoir to go empty. Once it goes empty, it will suck air in there. That is not what we want. So I'll do it for the right side, do it for the left side, and the rear feels really good. So I don't know if I want to do it, but since I'm bleeding the front, why not do the rear as well? So that is what we will be doing. So let's get started. If you just want to top off, you don't need to drain this whole thing, but I want to do it the hard way. I'm going to allow all the brake fluid to drain out. So I will open this fitting out and keep pumping till everything comes out, and I'll do it for the other side. Then come back here and start filling and doing the process. And one thing you don't want to do is you do not want brake fluid on your paint job. It's going to eat the paint away. So if you have some drop on anything, clean it as soon as possible. All right, there we go. So that was one turn. And okay, I can already see some fluid coming out. I'm just gonna pump the brakes. Yeah. So now let's begin the actual work. I'm using DOT4. I'm gonna make sure I don't drip anything. Fill it up. This looks a lot clearer than what was in there. Ooh. All right, after doing this on the left and the right side, I just realized I need to bleed the top side to the master cylinder. So I might have to do this, then go back down again, even though I didn't find any bubbles in the bottom two. But for some reason, the lever, I don't think there's any improvement. If any, it's gotten mushier. This is the first opening of the top part, and I can see a lot of bubbles, little bubbles in there. So that's probably why it felt, oh man, yeah, see the difference. Okay, so I still have air bubbles in here. So I'll do this, then go back down again. Okay, so I did go back and bleed it from the master cylinder. Then went down again to the bottom part on the right side and back to the left side, torqued everything down. And I did fill this back up to the line and put back the diaphragm. And the top part is gonna go back on there. It got really stiff, but I still feel like it has that little travel before it engages, but it is better than it was. But I wish I didn't have any slop in there. There is a notch down here for that little hole on the bottom. So it goes on like that, stay there. And we got a screw to fit in there. And tied it first. We'll thread it in. And I think I overfilled this reservoir. Clean up. After bleeding the brakes, I came to the conclusion that I will not be able to take out the slop in the brake lever. So my next plan is to get an aftermarket brake cylinder that has some adjustability to take out some of the slack.